Yo, what's up, guys? This is Raphael from C Manga, and I'm here to give you a review of Green Blood Chapter 21, Point of Origin. And I'm really happy to see another chapter of this today. I was not expecting it, especially on a Friday when I do reviews of The Breaker. So, just as I finished reviewing that manga, I must have looked at Manga Stream just like coincidentally, and I see this up. So I was like, "Oh, what a coincidence! That's a pleasant surprise." So, yeah, started reading that, and I was just really glad to see a new chapter so soon. And yeah, the chapter was really interesting because we see like a little flashback at the beginning, and it shows like as the title says, the origin of Jean McDowell and Edward King when they were both 19. They arrived in America basically for the same reasons Brad and Luke did, like, to get rich and earn some money. So it's basically this similar thing. We see like a repeat of the beginning of this story. We see how the slums is, how people kill each other, do any sort of crime just to get by. Edward was even attacked, and he gunned the person down, and to basically protect himself from being robbed. And Jean's like, "Is this is the dream we came for? This is the country we saw in our dream. Is this really it?" And Ed was like, "Oh, who cares? It's like this isn't." He's like, "We're wasting our time with petty things here. Let's go. We came here to get rich, remember?" And just as like they're gonna leave, this little boy is like lying on the floor crawling, and he grabs Jean's leg, and he's basically begging for food. And this kind of like kind of strikes him emotionally, and he picks up the child, and he tells Edward, like, wait, we gotta stay here. I said, this is the country we came to, right? He's like, we might as well just stay here and earn our money and change this town, this evil place up, fix it up. So yeah, that was like, we see their view and their original entrance into America, before Brad and Luke came when they were much younger, so that was good to see. And then later in the chapter, it goes back to when Luke was standing in front of Brad. The last chapter, it ended with him holding a gun up to G. McDowell, protecting Brad. So yeah, it carries on, same thing. He's like, "Oh, you're a bit young to be holding a gun like that around. It looks like you're gonna wet yourself." And he's like, "Well," he's like, "Don't move, I'll shoot you." But Gene just grabs the gun and says, "Don't be pointing that around, if you're not going to use it," and knocks him straight out. And Brad's basically hysterical, telling him, he's like, "Leave him alone." He's like, "Kill me, please," like begging, what do you call it, Gene McDonald, just to fulfill their deal, like, just kill me and leave him alone. But Luke ignores that and jumps on him, and it's like he basically adamantly just keeps saying, "I'll defend my brother." He's like, "All this time I've been protected." It's like, you so quick to give up, Brad? That's not the brother I know. Things like that. He's basically adamantly and stubbornly protecting Brad just by clinging on, and he's getting basically the crap beaten out of him by Gene. And then eventually he gets knocked out to the ground, and Brad basically says, "You know what, kill me please," like, just to save him. And Gene's like, he basically says, "You know what, it's like, this is fine enough." He's like, "It seems like stubbornness runs in your family, so I'll just settle with this." And then he tells them both, it's like, "I don't want to ever see you here again, though." He's like, "This deal may be settled, but you have to get out here, because like the next time I see you, I'll end up killing you." And Brad's confused. He's saying, "Wait a minute." It's like, "If you don't kill me, how are you gonna settle things?" And he's saying, "Oh, you got kind of a big head, don't you?" Like, thinking just because you need to be killed, that will settle everything. It's like, I'm the leader. I can settle things another way. And then he just leaves it at that and walks off. So yeah, and then one last thing we see before the chapter ends was, it says, on October the 10th, 1866, the war in 5 Points ended. The body count was 116 gravediggers dead and 87 iron butterflies dead. And that was basically the official date for when the gravediggers was completely destroyed, like completely eradicated. And yeah, that was pretty much it. So it seems like the Gravedigger's legacy has ended, and we'll probably be going on to something new now. That's interesting. I wonder if Edward King is still around though. So yeah, as I said before, man, people need to read this series, give it a chance because it's really interesting. It's still early and it's got me hooked. Um, like any other manga I find like this. I mean, it's only 20 chapters in and it's already like we had a war and things like that. Most other chapters take us most other mangas, sorry, take really long to build up before we finally get into like a little fight and then the big guys come along, things like that. But no, this kind of went straight into it. So yeah, I definitely recommend people to read this because I definitely can't wait to see what's next. And as I said in the other reviews I do, artwork is amazing, and if not for the story, you should at least look through this for the artwork 'cause it's really great. So yeah, don't know what's gonna happen next time. I'm guessing maybe Brad and Luke are gonna move on and try and find somewhere else to live because they're both alive now, and everything's kind of turned out well because the Gravediggers is dead, so they don't need to bother them anymore, and they're both alive and well, and they got all that money as well, so maybe they could move on to somewhere else. But obviously nothing's ever that easy, so something will come up, like Edward King, maybe their dad. So yeah, looking forward to that. But anyway, if any guys out there read this, leave a comment because I want to hear what your opinions are, and if not, as I said, read it, give it a try. It's definitely worth the read. And if any of you like this video and the chapter, leave us a like to support the series and helps us out, and subscribe for more content in the channel, and I'll speak to you guys next time.